everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Preseason action on the slate, and the chance to build up arm strength and get accustomed to the speed of the game again. Always so important for a quarterback at this time of year. It's the Broncos going up against the Bears.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, our long national nightmare is over. After 6 months away, we're back to playing football.
And this is way better than Watergate, isn't it? Now we get to have some fun. Watch the veterans. They'll play a little bit. We know that. But the big thing, this new crop of rookies and young guys, they get their chance to take the field and earn their spot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now Anderson is slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Virgil Green from 6 yards away. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Red zone opportunity. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 72 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Flushed out right. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a give. Running right is Anderson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night, 17-14. And we're back to Soldier Field after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. In that game in Cleveland, and it was the Browns that wound up winners in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. A lot of scoring, there's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click, and you know people who love this game, they also love patience.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Preseason action on the slate, and the chance to build up arm strength and get accustomed to the speed of the game again. Always so important for a quarterback at this time of year. It's the Broncos going up against the 49ers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Silicon Valley and Levi. play action. They'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Virgil Green, 52 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And, you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here we go. 1, 9, 1.
Again, Anderson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. C.J. Anderson. And all the way home for a Bronco score. C.J. Anderson, 69 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run... And coming out now, the Broncos. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I want to get right back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do. An update now from Oakland. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So the Broncos coming out now. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down following the incompletion. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down at at the 27-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Come on, let's go. Black round. Black round. Black round. Black round. Black round. Black round. Ohio.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Let's go.
They give it to Anderson, and he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They run again on first down. Anderson fighting through, and he's got space. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one goes for 24 yards. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They run it again with Anderson. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Back to throw. They'll find the rookie from La Tech. It's Carlos Henderson. And he is knocked down from the side at the 29. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. To throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henderson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Virgil Green ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
They run the counter now. It's Anderson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. Red 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Now back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And 21 yards there as they convert on third.
He keeps making plays like that when Carlos Henderson's name will be extended to Carlos Henderson, big play guy.
Well, he maybe wasn't the household name out of college, went to Louisiana Tech, but 19 touchdowns last year. That tied the number 5 overall pick, Corey Davis, for the most in D1 football.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And incomplete. Probably should have had that one, but with the game he's having tonight, maybe they'll let it go. This, of course, week 2 of the preseason, but we did have a couple of teams that got the extra game. The Hall of Fame game was played on a Thursday this year between Arizona and Dallas.
Yeah, and they welcomed in this year's Hall of Fame class of 2017. And what a class it was. Morton Anderson, the kicker, Terrell Davis, Kenny Easley, Jerry Jones, Jason Taylor, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Kurt Warner.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. Check.
They'll run. Anderson. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on Ringo. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Ohio.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Let's go. Ohio.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. C.J. Anderson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos add on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
The second quarter now in Oakland. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And Denver getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there That could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Let's go. 190. 190. 3 down.
Now Anderson running right. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The 49ers have really struggled out of the gate here. The Broncos have done whatever they want, and they'll just try to keep that up in the second half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. Green's wide open, able to make the grab. He gone as he sprints to the end zone. Broncos have it midway through the first. Anderson's going to show off his strength, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. Now 1st and 10. Broncos lead balloons to 20. Sanderson's going to haul in the pass, and this play will go for 6. Broncos now they have it at the 45 as they go out in front, 14-7. Anderson's looking for room to run, and this run goes for a touchdown, which takes the lead to 21. 1st and 10. Green's got nobody around him on the catch, and after the short pass, he'll score. That takes the lead up to 28. Broncos take over late in the second. They run it with C.J. Anderson, and he'll score his 3rd touchdown of the half. So that'll do it from our studio.
The 4th quarter now in Oakland. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. A big offense.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Preseason action on the slate and the chance to build up arm strength and get accustomed to the speed of the game again. Always so important for a quarterback at this time of year. It's the Packers going up against the Broncos.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis and CD. Week 3 of the preseason. We're getting there. Opening night on the horizon. Madden video game out on Friday the 25th, so you know we're close. But this is the week you use as your dress rehearsal, isn't it?
Yeah, you certainly do. Now, the guys that know they're going to make this team and be difference makers in the season, they're probably more looking forward to the Madden game being released than this game. But this is the one, as you said, is dress rehearsal. You want it to be exactly like it's going to be on opening day.
Look to throw here. Complete outright to Jake Butt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. The gun. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
Looking to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Flex round. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Back to the ground, Anderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. A reminder, opening weekend definitely in sight. Thursday, September 7th is when it all begins. The top 2 seeds in the AFC playoffs last year, Kansas City at New England, will be there at Foxborough. And some great matchups on Sunday the 10th as well.
And 2 more on Monday night, Saints-Vikings, Chargers-Broncos.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. First down, he'll drop to throw it. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got Jamal Charles. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jamal Charles, 47 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
It got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. They give him a gain of 38. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they?
And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Screen play, Anderson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Broncos haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Packers will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Now, following the interception, Anderson's got it on the run, and he capped off the 8-play drive with a touchdown. As that gets it to...
Don't worry, Larry. If this were a regular...
Here we go.
The third quarter starts with a run from Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Flex round. Let's go. 1-9. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
They go play action here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 59 yards. And the Broncos are in for 6. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Running for it. Here's Anderson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 6, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Here we go. 1-9. Ohio. Flex round.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
8 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go.
Again, it's Charles. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jamal Charles ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the...
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Nobody leaked. Big play. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage. When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Anderson. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness an ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.